We're well into week 7 right now, approaching the weekend. This is very unscripted and last minute, but just wanted to do a recap for you guys. I actually answered an email from a parent before that was somewhat related to throwing and velocity and all that stuff, but very much related to the strength side of things, the speed side of things, and just game development. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that today. In this email, this parent was talking about a 15-year-old player saying that the goal was to take 150 swings a day. The goal was to throw 100 balls from third base to first base without bouncing it. And the goal was to run 20 sprints to first base in under 10 seconds. And asked, my thoughts on those goals. And I had to sit and think a minute because I was like, man, like that's not really what we're trying to do here. So I broke it down one at a time, and I'll tell you guys how I broke this down. We're talking about each one of those goals one at a time. The first one being just the 100 swings a day. 100 swings a day doesn't mean anything, guys. 100 workouts doesn't mean anything. 100 throwing sessions doesn't mean anything. Nothing means anything until you look at how it's being done and how it's programmed. Okay, so 100 swings a day, if you do them right and you have intent, it might be too much. All right, so my suggestion was, hey, take 25 to 50 swings a day and see where you're at there. See if you can focus on 25 to 50 swings at a time, doing it the way that you want to do it, and then film it. Because if you don't look the way you felt, then it's not going to do anything for you. You need to know exactly what you have going on. The next one, talking about the throws from third base to first base without bouncing it. This particular player doesn't have any more baseball going on this summer. They're actually taking a little bit of a break until they get to whatever fall ball is going to be. So Labor Day or beyond. And my suggestion was, hey, take the game-like throws out of it. Take the pressure of having to perform for the game out of it and focus on frequency, volume, and intensity, the big three that we talk about. Because if you focus on those things and then you focus on making your mechanics and your sequencing better, then you're going to become a better thrower. And my best advice to all of you guys is to find a legitimate throwing program that progresses these things. That's what we do here in Velocity Max for our guys. If you wing it, guys, you're going to get wing it results. That's how it's going to work. And then the last one, talking about just the goal of running the home to first time in under 10 seconds. My guess is that the parent is not really familiar with the times of how long that actually takes to get to first base. This player is young. Like I said, they're getting ready for, I believe, 15U. And, my guess is that the player is not fast right now. They're probably behind a little bit in their development, behind in their strength. So my suggestion was, hey, ditch the time to first because that time's way off anyway. The average high school time's around a 4.5. The average college time's around a 4.3, and I think the average big league time is around 4.25 or 4.3 as well. So that 10 seconds is way off. Running 20 sprints to first base where you're just halfway jogging it in under 10 seconds, that's not going to get it done. For you guys who are trying to actually get faster, you have to train. Okay, chances are if you're not fast, you're not strong enough, or you just have too much mass to move, or you have a movement deficiency that's keeping your stride from getting you up to top speed. These are all things that we work on here with our guys, both in Velocity Max and in our general strength programs. Our priorities are off. If we're talking about amateur baseball, there's a lot of priorities that are just mismanaged right now. And I know it's overwhelming for 13, 14, 15, 16, maybe even 17-year-old kids to know, hey, I have to get better in all these categories. And I just want to do it all at once. And that's not how it works, guys. We can't do that. We have to prioritize what we're trying to do. We have to prioritize what time of year it is. Are we in season? Are we out of season? And then how are we going to transition between the two? So the biggest thing I can tell all of you guys right now is that you need to be training in the gym. That's why with our Velocity Max program, training in the gym is a non-negotiable. We have to have guys training in the gym to actually be able to increase, like I said, the intensity, the frequency, and the volume, the big three. To increase those three and push those three and condition guys, we have to be in the gym to push our bodies, to figure out what our thresholds are, to make better what we already have. We've got a ton of guys right now that have movement deficiencies. So does every youth baseball player around the nation. That's just the way it is, guys. Like until guys grow up and mature and get stronger, there's going to be some movement deficiencies. There's going to be a lack of strength. We have to build upon that. If you guys have any questions at all, always feel free to reach out, DM us, message us. We're here to help you guys out.